that shack outside the rain. You know what I'm talking about? Just let me know you wanna go to that home out on the range. You got another nice good side. 501 happy hour. But I hear it fine. You got the time. It don't get yourself. And I hear it fine. Most every night. But now I'm not free. Now that shack outside. KZOZ 501 Happy Hour with Refined Spirits. Coming at you live from Facebook. Let me go. You wanna go. Get that home out. Gonna drink some spirits tonight.
Yeah, look at that. Matt Cross, everybody, Entertainer of the Year, 3 years in a row. Welcome to the 501 Happy Hour. We are so ready to do this for the next hour. We got our cocktails here. We got our mixologist. We like to welcome in Alex and Monica from Refined, and they've got their bartender back there. Jeff's on the screen, as you can see. Carson, the intern, on her final day. We're going to see if she gets toasted tonight. So, and Suzanne up there kind of running things from the Z studio. So, guys, this is different. This is fun. I spent so much time like setting this up. It's longer than I usually make myself look good to go out to the bars.
Hey, we're loving the call right to you. This is a fun experience today, you know?
So, Alex and Monica, you guys are in the distillery, right?
I missed your question. So we are actually in the distillery right now. So this is actually happy hour coming from Refined Distillery. You got the still in the background, right where all the spirits are made.
Now, I equate this is really cool what you guys are doing, because it's like you get that food service like the Hello Fresh or the Blue Apron, and you are actually teaching us and giving us the ingredients, because sprigs of mint I don't have ready at the house. And that's what I like about the cocktail program, because I open up the recipe and I'm like, sprigs of mint? Oh no. And I'm looking through the box. I'm like, oh, there it is. Good, thank God.
The coolest thing ever.
Yeah, you know, what we found is, we've been doing the spirits now. Actually, this is our 9th year making spirits. Been making wine for 25 years, but we started making the spirits about 9 years ago. And one of the things that we found is people would come in, they'd buy the spirits, and then they'd come back in 6 months and go, we bought them, but we didn't know what to do with them. And we're like, well, gosh, that totally makes sense. Usually if you're going to get a cocktail, you go to a bar and the mixologist takes care of it for you. And so we're like, we should deliver this where they can have all the different pieces when it shows up. They can just basically, open the box and start making their own cocktails right from the get-go. And people love it. I mean, it's for us, it's fun to do the research to figure out the cocktails that we're going to send out each time.
It's hard work. Very hard work.
Very hard work. Yeah, we have to really concentrate and make sure we get a good cocktail. But then for the consumer, it's fun because they get to try something different, and they get these craft cocktails and eat local ingredients, and So it works out perfect for today too.
Very cool. So we're talking about the cocktail club a little bit, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Is we're going to be making some drinks. And when you join the cocktail club, you get a basket kind of like this, right, guys? What's in it?
We ship it out twice a year. We ship it out in May, and actually, literally, we shipped out a couple hundred boxes yesterday. So everybody is getting them today, Friday, in time for the weekend. So they'll open their box, and everything will be in. They're going to make all the cocktails that we're going to make on air today.
Very cool. So what all comes in the cocktail basket?
So usually spirits in the spring here we have the vodka, our cucumber flavored vodka, and then our limoncello. Those are the three base spirits. And then we look for small craft mixers across the nation, and we include about 4 or 5 different mixers with them. And then we try to give you ideas like, use this mixer, it goes with the vodka and the cucumber vodka, or use this one with gin and vodka. So there's a lot of different number of cocktails you can make with the ingredients there. And then of course we send the lemons and the limes and the rosemary and the mint and all the other stuff with it too for the garnish.
All right, good. Now we're going to make some cocktails here in a second. Jeff's got his cocktails over there. Matt's got some. Carson, because she hasn't been in the studio, what are you going to be drinking today? What is your drink of choice?
I have a screwdriver.
Hey, there you go.
I like that she went with the vodka theme.
Yeah, she loves vodka. So what's the first drink? You guys ready?
We are ready. So we actually have our in-house mixologist, Evan Bishop, with us tonight to help us out with some of these cocktails. He actually helps with the photography on a lot of our cards as well, but he actually helps kind of make some of these recipes up for us. So the first one we're going to be doing is it's called Citrus in the Grass, and it's using our refined vodka. And just to kind of give you a little background, the vodka was actually one of the first spirits we made. And so all of our main spirits are grape-based spirits. Being here in Paso Robles, the spirits make sense that we're going to start it with an incredible base material, Paso Robles wine grapes. And we're using juice that a lot of winemakers would end up wasting. And we actually distill that using our refined vodka. It's kind of different. For this first one, it's called Citrus in the Grass, and it uses our refined vodka. I'm going to let you do this.
Okay, so we've got a little producer down in LA called Muddle and Wild, and they use only all natural ingredients, which is super important to us, is all natural ingredients, and also batch small crafts makers. So we did a lemongrass ginger lime syrup with the vodka and added some lime juice. Now this drink is also phenomenal with gin as well. But we sent it to you guys with the vodka, but it is a little batch craft producer out of Los Angeles. So we're ready to make it.
Oh, what am I doing here? So I think I have one of these fancy deals. I think that's 2 ounces, and that's 1 ounce because it's smaller. And I need 3 ounces of vodka, right?
3/4 and 1.5.
Vodka, and then we did 4.5 ounces of that lemongrass mixer.
All right. It's kind of fun.
In terms of just like any recipe, if you like your drinks a little stiffer, go stiffer. If you like them a little bit sweeter, adjust it your way. We tend to like ours boozier, but spirit forward.
Spirit forward. Spirit strong. Mm.
It's happy hour, so doubles are the price of a single, right?
All right, so you guys all ready?
You guys ready?
No, not at all. We don't have a mixologist here.
Oh, I guess we're professionals over here.
Look at this. I'm on the second step. All right, so 4.5 ounces of this. So that's 1. That's 2.
That life is an expert.
4.
What's our garnish on this one?
Half of this.
Garnish. Are we winning? That's what I want to know. Are we in the lead?
Yeah, I definitely think you're in the lead.
It was the race.
Okay.
Will you talk about some of your partners that you partnered up with to make these drinks?
As I said, it's really important for us that we go with producers that make their all natural ingredients. So that's what I spend a lot of time scouring the web, small batch producers. I tend to try to go California based, but you can't always do that. But as I said, this one's out of LA. We work with a lot of different mixers. I'll send them actually the spirits. They'll make some cocktails for us. So it's definitely a collaboration. in terms of the producers that we use.
Now, I don't have 1.5 ounces of lime juice, but you did send me some lime, so just squeeze that in the glass.
Squeeze it in.
All right, that's what I'm doing. All right, and is that it?
By the way, where do you guys get your limes at?
Store. I don't want to tell you because we actually went to Costco this time. We usually get them from the farmers market, but it's been a little challenging with the
But those are hard to come by.
There's a place called Dragon Springs Farm down by the coast, and a lot of times we get our citrus from them.
And then for Romans for us, we get a lot of our citrus from him, but it's a little tough right now.
Team Cross is winning.
All right, I'm done. Who's ready?
All right, we ready?
Jeff, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm shaking it up right now.
Oh my God, you're actually using a shaker?
Isn't that what I'm supposed to do?
Maybe it's just his internet speed.
All right.
It's only an hour program.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. 501 party. Wow.
Oh, wow.
What do you got?
I like
That's
how
amazing.
We did a little bit less of a mix because we're more booze, less sweet. It's perfect.
Hey, I got a fix for that right here. Report. You know what's great?
This is excellent.
Delicious.
It's just super good. Carson, I think you would like this. It's very citrusy. And if you like margaritas, I mean, I'm not saying it tastes like a margarita, but there's a little bit of familiarity there.
Probably would enjoy it.
I love this.
Yeah, that's amazing stuff.
Wow. Great job.
You're looking for alcohol, you're looking for a bitterness component, you're looking for a sweet component. And it's up to you and your personal taste in terms of, do you like yours with more alcohol, more bitter, or more sweet? And that's how you tweak the cocktails for it. So, we tend to like ours, as I said, a little bit spirit forward.
Sure.
Some people don't, so it just kind of depends on the personal taste.
You know what's great is I tried your vodka, and it's distilled from grapes, right? Instead of corn or potato or but this is so clean. But what I like there's a little bit more of like a viscosity to it that grabs your tongue, which I think is kind of fun.
Yeah, no, that's actually what grape spirits are really well known for, especially ours, because we really like red wine grapes. And when people talk about legs in a wine glass, the way it coats a wine glass, it's a chemical that basically comes across from the distillation of grape-based vodka, and it adds that kind of cool viscosity and sweetness to our So,
yeah,
it's a neat, sustainable product, which is fun because we're not letting any part of the grape go to waste here in wine country. We actually have I think distilleries now in the area, which is really cool. And so it's a neat way for us to take care of our own kind of issues with stuff that we're getting wasted before. And for us, we're making a really cool product out of Paso Robles wine grapes.
So Matt is actually throwing it up on the screen. I was just going to do that. Good call, Matt. And Suzanne is going to put these up on our Instagram page as well as Facebook. The ingredients, how you make this cocktail. And you can go out and get yourself some refined products and some of these other great locally crafted and regionally made products. And you can make this yourself at home. If you want to join the cocktail club real quick, how do people do that? Just go to the website?
Yeah, the website, refineddistillery.com. There's two. You can just go join club and it'll give you the information. But in terms of these cocktails, if you just hit the shop, there's literally a picture that will say citrus in the grass, show you a picture of it, and you click on it, and it will list all the ingredients you need. You put it in your cart, and we'll get it to you. So you can buy either the cocktail in our shop, or you can join the club in our Join Club section.
All right, if you're a booze hound and you got some questions, you can jump in right now. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, you can type your comments in. And Jeff, there's a way that we can actually bring people on with us as well if they've got a laptop with a camera, right? Or a phone or whatever.
Yeah, if you have some questions that are you want to ask either Alex or Monica in person, or maybe you got a question for Matt or a question for Jeremy or I, just go ahead and let us know in the comments. And we can go ahead and pass along. And if you got a camera on your laptop, we can bring you into the broadcast here. So just let us know. I hate to put you in that position, Alex and Monica, but we're just going to kind of let this fly and see what happens.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I saw earlier we were talking and somebody had chimed in and wrote something and it popped up on the screen, but I missed it. So I don't know if Suze could put that back up. But look at how good that was.
Brett said there's nothing wrong with Costco limes, Alex, so you've been vindicated.
It is a pretty darn good cocktail. So the only bad thing is it goes down way too fast.
The only problem with Costco is you have to buy 500 limes at one time. It's hard to go through 500 limes.
My whole angle on the question wasn't like where do you get them, but it was just who is sourced with having to go to the store and get that many limes. That's kind of an embarrassing purchase.
Trust me, I get a lot of questions. So a lot of times I'll actually, when I go to buy, I'll also be wearing my refined shirt. So everybody goes, oh, I know what you're using those for. So because we buy pretty much the whole store out of limes. So anyway, limes, cucumbers, lemons, whatever.
You know, Matt, I know you like to drink beer and all, but I'm sure you enjoy a cocktail from time to time. What do you think of this?
This is delicious. This is really good, and it was really easy to do. And the citrus, it was amazing. I'll drink this all day.
Yeah, no, it's super good.
I'm gonna drink this all day.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, if you kind of like margaritas, it kind of has a similar citrus.
I totally pick up on it. It has that margarita-ish feel to it.
I don't like margaritas, and I like it.
That's really good. So,
Matt, what did your wife say?
She says she doesn't like margaritas, but she likes this.
Ah.
Probably because she's not a big tequila fan, right? I mean, tequila has a certain distinct flavor that you can never
ignore. We can tell that story on the air sometime, involving their 19-year-old Jeannie and dancing.
In Mexico? Or
the grad.
The grad. Oh, that's a poor man's Mexico.
Yeah.
There's palm trees there.
How you doing, Carson?
I'm doing good. Until we get to the third.
You know, Deb, Carson's got Ranch Wi-Fi, and she's coming in so much better than you on your Spectrum internet. Every time you talk, it's like a kung fu movie.
Jeremy has to make fun of her.
I don't know what to tell you about that. Sorry.
I'm not making fun of him. It's the truth, right? I mean, every time we talk.
It is the truth.
That's okay.
Back to the cocktails.
It's Templeton. They're way remote. Actually, I think Alex and Monica are way more remote than that. So
we should probably get him started on the next cocktail so he'll catch up by the time we're actually there.
Absolutely. Let's go. Let's talking about my internet connection, a little more drinking here.
I do think it does say on the back of this that says something about soda water. I think with a splash of soda water, this would be a little
You're going to challenge your mixologist?
Well, it says it right. I think that would be good. I think it would be for a different occasion. Maybe make it a little more poolside.
yeah, I like that. I like a little carbonation.
Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys.
Yo, what's up, Suze?
So, I was just watching the chat, and Darlene Toll had a really cool comment where she's like, I want to order ahead for next week. So I'm going to make sure that we have the planned cocktails for next week at KZOZ.com and on the Facebook event so people can prepare and get the drinks and, mix along with you guys.
Fabulous, because I think next week's theme is gin and
yes.
and everything. So good, cool. Oh gosh.
Where's Jeremy? Uh-oh. There he is.
All right, what's next?
All right.
How about a song, Matt Cross? You want to play a song?
Yeah.
Play a song, and we'll get the fixings ready for the next cocktail. This is the KZOZ 501 party happy hour hang. We're just doing this every Fridays with Refined Matt Cross.
Here's a little Friday happy hour. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause everything gonna be alright. Sing it, don't worry about a thing, 'cause everything gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. Three little birds stumbling down the doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message smile in the rising sun. Three little birds stumble on the doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true, singing, this is my message to you. This is my message to you. One more time, say, this is my message to you. Oh, it was so good, Jeremy left. Perfect.
Awesome.
Blackberry mix, is that what we're doing?
What the heck? Thank you, Matt Cross.
You're welcome.
Hashtag 3Pete.
Could have been a 4-peat, but I don't know what happened in 2020. They must have just tossed the votes. They took the vote for Best of Slow 2020 and they just never put the issue out. I'm going to go ahead and claim winner again.
Is this Blackberry Kiss?
Blackberry Kiss is the next one.
Okay, what do we need? 6 ounces.
Sticking with the vodka theme, but the mixer is actually a fun one. This is about as local as it gets. We were actually working with one of our favorite people, Lauren from Yes Mixers, to make this, we call it mixer to go refined. And so it's specifically made for us we actually use it for this and actually for a winter cocktail as well. Why don't you tell a little bit more?
Yeah, so this, actually people use it on their pancakes too. A lot of people, it's great. I don't know, maybe they put the vodka on the pancakes too, I don't know. But they use the mixer for the pancakes. But yeah, this is definitely a mixer. A little bit goes a really long way on it. It's very concentrated. But again, working with Yes Cocktail Company is she's literally miles gone. So it's about as local as you can get. She's all very good, which is extremely important to us. And this is kind of a fun, the Blackberry Kiss. We did it with the vodka this time, but it also goes great.
6 ounces?
As a whiskey kind of cocktail as well. Very good.
3 shots of vodka?
Man up, Jeremy, man up.
I think you're supposed to be drinking this with somebody else, so you can cut it to 3.
Get yourself an assistant.
Maybe I shouldn't be drinking every single cocktail in its entirety the entire afternoon in an hour. All right.
I think you have to start with this one, right?
It's going to be a little bit of trouble.
I'm just saying that the crosses fight for style points right now when they're shaking.
Is that Jeff over there with his shaker?
We have to free pour the vodka, but measure the mixer. That's not usually the case.
Or the lemon juice. Like, how do I get 2 ounces of lemon? Is that half? Is that the whole thing? I don't know.
Just squeeze a whole lemon in there.
Huh?
Shoot from the hip.
Maybe next
This is
time
how you get the lemon.
the basket, put a juicer in it.
Take it till you make it, Jeremy.
I'm going the whole lemon.
Do it.
Oh,
I've been telling Monica the next thing I want to do is, if you remember, like 10, 15 years ago, you used to get those like limes that had the fake lime juice in it, or the lemon that had the fake lemon juice.
We have that.
We have it for emergencies only.
Exactly. It was horrible.
hey, don't forget the mint garnish.
And lemon juice that we can send with the cocktail club, so we didn't need to waste time juicing.
Don't forget the mint garnish. That comes in the pack, by the way, when you order the cocktail
I
kit.
was going to get a straw.
Darlene.
Fresh mint?
You guys, we got like the half of the Crusade to Glory bracket is in the house right now. We got Kevin Quiley and Mark Taylor in here.
No, he is no. He is not Kevin Quayle. It's well, never mind, it is Quayle, but it's
Win again.
it's Lawn Boy Kevin or Jeff. How do you say it in Spanish?
Straws, a nice touch.
Huh? Metal straws were environmentally
Excusa grande.
big turtles.
Excusa grande.
Does the mint go in
grande.
it? Does the mint go in it, or do you just
Garnish. Garnish.
garnish?
Show them, Matt. Show them how.
Oh, you don't mix it with?
I dipped it like a tea bag.
There you go.
You're killing me, dude.
All right.
Matt, show them how a real man drinks from a straw.
Would we disturb the space-time continuum if we accidentally put the mint in before we shook it?
That's okay. It's kind of like mojito-ish then.
No, that's fine. As long as
Okay,
you
good.
train
I
it,
like
right?
mojitos, so that's good.
Nobody looks tougher than drinking from a straw.
Yeah. Well, you're from San Luis Obispo. I wouldn't expect anything less, my friend. Cheers, Matt. Crossing your
I
straw.
hope those are paper straws, otherwise your mayor's going to have
They're
you.
metal straws. They're metal.
Real men that live outside of San Luis Obispo, like North County or 5 cities, we just drink it right out of the glass.
Keep talking. I'll come find you.
Man, Jeremy.
Jeff's internet that's slow is still like making his cocktail.
Yeah. it's like a time machine. All right, so we're hanging out with the folks from Refine. This is the 501 Happy Hour hang, and we're doing this every Friday. We're making cocktails today. We're going to talk a lot about cocktails. We've got other stuff to talk about as well. We've got our buddy Matt Cross, Entertainer of the Year, 3 years running. Guitar Circus, he's playing some tunes today. Jeremy, since when do you complain about more booze? Never. Thank you, Lawn Boy Kevin. By the way, who complimented my grass? Do you guys see this? I've been working on the yard, the flower beds. This, if you're watching and you listen to the show and you hear me bitching about stuff, this is the project back
That
here.
is the show. You bitching about stuff.
Yes. What?
So there's your answer, Cruza Grande. That's why he complains about more booze, because he's always got to have something to complain about.
No, because if you complain about something, somebody will usually shut you up by helping you out by giving you more booze or fixing your grass. So there it
If we
is.
see a gopher over your shoulder, should we tell you?
What's that?
If we see a gopher coming out of your grass behind you, should we tell you?
Oh my God. I had a gopher last summer. He destroyed the whole yard. I had to replant. And my wife actually killed it during the fair because I'm always working up at the fair doing the wine show stuff. And I got to tell you, she's pretty tough. She ordered a trap on Amazon and she killed it. And the damn thing's head was that big around. It was huge. But,
What are you going to do this summer? Now there's no fair. You can go to like Europe or something.
Well, I'm hoping to go, but that's probably going to get canceled. So I don't know. Other than that, I'm going to Hell's Canyon in a month. I'm going to go fishing and rafting like I normally do. What are you guys all doing this summer? Alex and Monica, how about you guys?
We were supposed to go actually running with the bulls. It was kind of one of those bucket list items I've always wanted to do.
No way.
Which
So,
city is that in Spain? I forgot.
Who was going to run with the Bulls?
Pamplona?
Yeah, Pamplona. And so anyway, so we had our tickets. We actually had a balcony for the first day where we could see who was running with it. And then on the last day, we were actually going to run with the bulls. And so anyway, maybe it's probably a good thing I didn't do that this summer. I would have ended up in the.
Oh my God.
You were actually going to get out and run. You know, I was talking to your neighbor. What's his name? The crazy. Oh wait, no, it wasn't him. I don't know. Somebody else that went and did that. Oh no, it's it'll come to me. But he said he did it, and I thought, I can't believe they actually let Americans do that. Or maybe it's just their joke. Come on down, Americans, run with the Bulls.
It would be funny because I'd probably be at the finish line before they release the bulls. I'd be running so fast.
Or do they just like let the old drugged bulls out with the Americans?
That's it, totally.
It's their last run. We'll let the Americans.
I've never understood why we don't have an American equivalent here of that tradition, and I don't know what it would be.
It's because we have insurance companies.
Oh, that's exactly you hit it on the head with that one. Good call.
No one is going to insure that. It's like when Carson went to
not even like North Dakota or Iowa.
And she did the zip line. I'm sure she didn't have to sign any waivers before she did it. Here, you sign your life away. Wow, you guys are crazy. Where did you get
this year for the fair? Maybe they should put some people out in front of the cattle drive.
Put some people. Where did you get the idea to go run with the Bulls?
After college, Monica and I actually had a chance to do some backpacking through Europe, and I had to leave to get back to a job. And Monica had met some friends in Pamplona, and actually, ever since she told me the stories of being in Pamplona and seeing the running of the bulls, I've always thought it would be something kind of fun to check out. And 30 years later, we decided it was time, and unfortunately, it's not going to happen.
So the year I went, there was one death. The time I was there, it was a death. And it was because the guy was passed out in the street, and the street sweep ran over. Like, nothing to do with the bulls. He was so drunk, he got run over by the street sweep. So it's crazy. It is really crazy.
That is really embarrassing.
You guys, we have
Alex, you You left Monica in Pamplona to come back over here and do some work. Did you? What would you put the chances at that she wasn't going to come back?
Yeah, I was a lot younger.
You left.
Quite as smart, so it was.
It's good to see you guys have endured it, and you put together this nice little business, this side hustle, if you will.
God, that's crazy. Do you just get to a certain point in your life and you're like, yeah, I want to do something that might kill me. Like, some people jump out of planes, running from the bulls. I think I would rather run from the bulls than jump out of a plane, though.
I could not jump out of the plane. No way.
What about you, Matt? You're crazy.
Okay, I could maybe pick up a bull, but I'm not going to outrun it. Because you don't have to outrun the bulls. You just have to outrun me, which is not that hard. And I'm done.
I'm pretty sure Matt tried to do something crazy at the Ravine Water Park, and they told him to walk back down the slide.
That is so rude. See, you say I pick on people. That is terrible. I mean, there's one thing if you get denied because you're too small to go on the ride, Carson. And there's a whole nother thing if you're just a little
Jeremy,
too big.
I'm happy that you found someone shorter than you.
That is not an adrenaline fan. No adrenaline for this guy.
Oh my gosh. So you guys, I like to go rafting, and that's pretty exciting. And Jeff likes to go to Disneyland with 5,000 other families. That's pretty ridiculous. But running from the bulls.
It's called the Run of the Strollers. And it's in Anaheim every year.
To go with the run of the strollers is more dangerous.
It's called the Whiskey Tango Run.
It is.
Oh damn, Brett Boyle's doing fireball shots with us, you guys.
Oh, nice. Hey, what's up, Brett? Cheers. Let's all give a big cheers to Brett Boyle.
501 happy hour.
501 happy hour. Yeah, you bet, baby.
We have Robin Kirk Wolf in the house too. Super pro mixologist here on the Central Coast.
Robin from the Hatch?
Yeah.
We've got to throw that
what's up, girl?
link up.
Fantastic. I heard they're back open.
So he doesn't have to fireball.
Me out today that actually said they went to dinner at the Hatch last night and said they had a great meal. And so looking forward to getting back out to the restaurants again. Now that they're
amazing food there.
Yeah. Is she able to jump on with us, Suze? I don't even know how that works. Can you ask her if she wants to?
Let me explore that option. I'll be back.
Because I know that the Hatch just did. They just opened another place next door called the Sidebar or something. I was real curious to see what that's all about. Downtown Paso. I think it's right next door to where their current Hatch location is. But if she has time, maybe she could jump on. And plus, I know she loves your guys' spirits, right? I mean, they carry him over there at the Hatch, right?
Yeah, they carry him there, and they've always. The cool thing is all the restaurants have been such huge supporters of the local industry, whether it's wine, beer, and in our case, spirits. And so it's pretty cool to see what they do. Every mixologist has kind of a different take on our spirits, but it's fun to see what they do with it. And most of them, especially Robin, she really highlights a lot of the local produce and different things. And so it's neat to work with her. And she actually did some bitters with one of our spirits as well. She made some bitters for one of her bitter programs that she was doing. And so it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's fun. When we first got started, that was 2011. It was not very many restaurants were using local spirits. It was so fabulous in Central Coast how many open arms were there. We'd walk in and we'd say, hey, we're making a local spirit. And they wanted it, and they tried it, and they worked with it. They were not hesitant at all. And so it's just so great to see how this community just embraces new businesses and shares and is excited about everyone's creativity and what they're doing. So the restaurants up here and even in Slow, but the whole county are doing a great job with the cocktail scene.
Yeah, I mean, in Paso, it's 1122. It's the Hatch. It's Fish Gaucho. I know that Pappy's has stepped up their cocktail game. Everybody's kind of doing it, right? La Cosecha.
La Cosecha, yeah, exactly. Even like the Piccolo just opened a rooftop bar. I mean, so everyone's definitely up their game, and they're great cocktails. And the great thing is they're using all local, as Alex said, mixers. They're making their own mixers. They're muddling. They're using all local produce. And so the cool thing is.
Do it. Sorry, Jeff's finishing that drink. Pound that drink, buddy. Yeah.
It's your job.
Goes down good.
So is that number 2 for you? Did you just pound 2 drinks? Wow.
2 drinks for Jeff. This is going to get interesting.
Yeah. I've
got a bathroom remodel after this. Come on.
Gosh, that's so great. You know, this is a pretty cool deal here. This is what I think of every time I think of refined, and it was the first thing that I remember you made, Alex, and the story behind it is pretty phenomenal because you had to like peel every one of these lemons by hand.
Yeah, no, 13,000 pounds of lemons, and we have to hand zest them. So it usually takes about between 20 and 25 of us about 3 to 4 days to zest all the lemons.
Do you have any fingerprints left or fingers left?
No, because it's like between the acid in the zest and just the potato peelers themselves. You know, you can't use any of the machines. You have to use the potato peelers, so you can get it really nice and basically almost translucent, so you don't get too much of that pit. And so it's just something that you have to do by hand. And typically it happens like January and February when the lemons are just at the perfect point. And so it's pretty slow around the vineyards and wineries, and so it's a good time to kind of sit inside and zest a lot of lemons. And then we let them sit for about 3 or 4 months, and then take it off and slowly add a simple syrup back to it. This is actually an old family recipe from my best friend's dad, and so it was actually probably the first alcohol I drank was limoncello, because he would put it on berries, he would put it on ice cream and all sorts of stuff when we were younger. And we still give him a hard time saying, you know, you were giving us alcohol when we were 4 or 5 years old. And he's like, typical Italian, he's like, it's not alcohol, it's limoncello. So anyway, it's one of our favorite drinks.
Oh, that's awesome. I was just noticing now, you can actually comment and chat in with us. Brett just writes in, he says, just an observation here. Jeff and I are drinking you, the rest of you under the table. What is Jeff doing?
That's not true. First of all, Jeff Jones is his butt crack, so he's too many drinks in. I'm drinking my wife's cocktail too.
Well,
I'm sitting in my backyard, and the wind picked up, and the mint garnish blew away, so I don't know where it went. I'm looking for it. Because I have a little leftover.
Are we doing another tune before the next cocktail?
Yeah. What do you want to play? Do we have it? Can we take? Are we doing requests, or do we have to pull out our billfolds? Our billfolds. Monica, Alex, you guys have a request for a song? What do you like? What's your song?
It's tough. It's just like that. What?
Go to the next person.
Go to the next person. All right.
An artist that you like.
For a decade.
Well, I've got a lot, but he doesn't ever know my songs. Carson, you want to give it a shot?
Wait, do you know Bulls on Parade?
Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, I want to hear that on a guitar.
I have a question for you. Do you know any Mouse Rat?
Britney Spears.
Ben Folds. You have a piano.
I can do Ben Folds.
Ray LaMontagne.
Ray LaMontagne. Okay, we'll work on that for you.
Okay, how about some? Next week Kenny Lee Lewis is coming on from the Steve Miller Band. You want to do any Steve Miller?
Yes.
No,
do the biggest song, so he can't do it next week.
Now I'm gonna do some Ray LaMontagne for.
Who's that? Who's Ray LaMontagne? Who's that?
What?
Shut up. Are you serious?
I mean, this is a classic rock radio station, bro.
Yeah, we play classics, man. We don't play Ray LaMontagne or whatever his name is.
I can honestly say I've never been to a Lilith fair, so you guys know.
Yeah. Get the lead out, dude.
Led Zeppelin?
Get the lead out.
We actually saw him at the Georgia Theater last year, and it was fantastic.
Okay, we'll do some Led Zeppelin because apparently
anything but Whole Lot of Love. Anything but Whole Lot of Love.
Nice reverse psychology, Jeremy.
You let me know when you're ready.
You know what? I think it's the only song you know. So go ahead. You can do A Whole Lot of Love. It's Matt Cross here on the 501 Happy Hour.
time for me to go. Autumn moonlights my way. Smell the rain, wind pain, it's headed my way. Sometimes I grow so tired, but I know one thing I tell you I'm gonna do. Remember on. Now the time is now. Sing my song. Going round the world, I'm gonna find my girl on my buggy. It's waiting, kiss to the day. I'm gonna run home. Find the queen of all my dreams. Got no time for spreading rumors. Time has come to be gone. Though I helped sweet drink 1,000 times, it's time to ramble on. Ramble on. Now the time is now. Sing my song. I'm going round the world, gonna find my love on my buggy. Baby's waiting years to the day. I'm gonna ramble on. Queen of all my dreams. I'm something that can be told. Now freedom, now hope tea. Years ago, days ago, I just feel the air. To the darkest depths of water, I met a girl so rare. When God, evil one stepped up and slipped away with her. What I'm gonna do? Guess I keep on rambling, sing that song. Go around the world and gonna find my love on my buggy. Baby's waiting years to the day I'm gonna ramble on. Ramble on, sing my song. Go around the world on my buggy. Keep searching for my baby. I'm gonna keep searching for my baby. I'm gonna find my baby. Woo! It's my hype girl.
Yeah, get the let out 6 o'clock tonight on KZOZ.
Right on, Matt Cross, Entertainer of the Year, 501 Happy Hour with Refined, Jeff, Jeremy. We got Carson, the intern here, Alex and Monica from Refiner joining us. Want to do some shout outs. Brett Boyle, he's definitely having some fun. He wants to hear the Hollies, maybe for the next one, Matt. Let's see here. Darlene says they're doing tequila shots. Jeremy Johnson says cheers. Cheers to you, buddy. And Susan, if I miss any of these, feel free to jump in there. Brad sends us cheers as well. Brad Cash, the Cash Man, and Mike Mowry. They're doing lemon drop martinis. That's what my wife drinks. Very manly. Nice job, Mike. All right. What are we doing next?
Your wife.
3P. Can you see your bear?
Oh, we can't hear Alex. Suze, you need to unmute him.
I probably muted them because sorry about that, you guys.
It's all right.
All right, just tell us when to stop talking.
I could get through the whole thing without messing something up.
I think next time we have Monica on, she needs to get some phone books. She's a little shorter than Alex.
Oh my God. Jeremy, you're so rude.
There you go. Just an observation.
Jeremy's just like excited that someone else is shorter than him.
Again, once again, that's twice on the broadcast.
All right. So, we ready?
Ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
You ready? Hey, Jeff, are you already starting the next cocktail?
I've already got the rosemary in it, girl. Look at this.
All right. So next up is the iconic grapefruit. We found this great little company out of Phoenix, Arizona. Love them. The thing I like most about them is that they use very little sugar in their mixers. And then they use all natural fruit. So this is real grapefruit that they get from the farms down the road. They have a also local producer of the salt that they use for it. So extremely well balanced mixer. And we love it with the vodka. It also goes great with our cucumber flavor vodka. So that's what we're shaking. Matt and his wife up there shaking away. Woo woo.
Oh, I got to make this. By the way, somebody just wrote in and said that they're having some of your rye in an old fashioned right now. Emily,
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Love it.
it's my go-to drink, girl.
Coming up in a couple weeks, you guys.
What's coming up?
We got a whiskey show with Refined coming up in a couple weeks.
Oh, I love. I'm an old fashioned guy. I love old fashions. They're kind of like my go-to. I mean, I like everything, but old fashions are easy too.
I think that's the last cocktail of the series is the old fashioned we're doing.
Yeah, no, we actually have been working with a lot of the local breweries to make their bases for our Justin down at Firestone. We're actually going to be doing a bourbon with them, a rye whiskey with them, and a wheat whiskey with them this year. So we're pretty excited about our whiskey program. So those are obviously non-grape based, but we make some great kind of winter spirits. Oh, we're behind.
Oh my gosh, we won!
You guys won. We're shaking.
We'll wait for you. We're polite. We'll wait.
Talk about this a little bit, Monica.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, it's a husband and wife team. Actually, I think there's soon to be a husband and wife team out of Arizona, and their flavors were amazing. They had a prickly pear that we're going to use for the November cocktail with our gin for the November basket. But as I said, I love their stuff because they don't use very much sugar in the product, and I tend to like more spirited drinks versus sugar-forward drinks. So iconic out of Arizona. Again, we sell this cocktail. If you go to our website to the shop section, you can click this picture, and you get the cocktails delivered to you.
I got a link coming up in the comments right now.
Yeah, we want to be open soon, right?
Jeff, are you using some kind of fancy squeeze thing for your fruit? Because mine's peeing all over me, man.
Well, so for the lemon, I did it in this, and there's just your standard citrus thing.
Oh.
But for the lime, I just squeezed it in.
Yeah, there you go. Way to get after it. Rosemary sprig for garnish. Now that rosemary we just throw on the top?
Yeah, just throw it on the top.
Do you not know the meaning of garnish?
Yeah, with the garnish on the rose, just for the smell on that.
Who said that? Who's calling me out? Is that the vice principal?
I'm bringing her to the show from now on.
I had a lot of bad experiences with vice principals in high school.
We're ready.
Bring it on! I'm ready for a war.
Who knows? You send the kids home from school, and you let the vice principals, when the kids are away, the vice principals must play.
Your citrus there.
He's muddling with like an ice pick.
Well, I got my ice in here, and it's getting, yeah.
This is my favorite.
Mine too.
Now, you can garnish this with some salt, too, if you want, huh?
Oh,
Cheers,
yeah.
It'll be good.
Cheers.
That would taste amazing.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I love this.
Actually, like a margarita, you can just put salt on the rim on this one, and it's fabulous.
You know, it'd be fun to try with this one and the first one we did, the lemongrass, is dice up some jalapenos and toss in there for a little kick in the throat.
That'd be really good.
Really good. I made a cocktail like at home, sort of along the lines of this grapefruit one that you guys are making with Refined right now, and I did that. Be careful with the pith and the seeds, because like I did one where I like muddled the crap out of the whole thing, and my lips were on fire. So
Yeah, muddling is.
with that.
I think you're just supposed to slice it and throw it in. I don't know.
Well, I did it twice. I sliced it, I threw it in, I shook it a little bit, not enough heat. So then I was like, I'm gonna muddle the crap out of this, and then my whole face was on fire. So somewhere in between those two will be really good.
By the way, these cocktail recipes are going up on our Facebook page, Instagram. You can check them out. If they're not there right now, they will be there later. But I noticed you just threw up the iconic grapefruit recipe up right now in the comments.
You guys, what's the Refined Easy E? Dave Flauberg? Floberg is saying hot days call for the refined Easy E.
Yeah. So that is cocktail we're going to bring to you guys in 3 weeks, but it's one of our go-to summer drinks. It uses we have a vodka that we finish in our old used whiskey barrels, and so it gets that nice whiskey characteristic. We throw in a little bit of honey syrup and then a sage leaf and some lemon. And I'll tell you, you can sip that all day long, or not.
Summer or winter. Summer or winter. Summer or winter. It's great. Hi, Dave.
That's awesome. So we have 3 more shows after this with you guys. We're super pumped on. So next Friday, it's all about gin. Going to be running down a few cocktails that way. These flavored vodkas that you're talking about on the 12th, and then our grand finale is the whiskey show on the 19th, which I think that makes sense. You know, save the go out with a bang, right?
What, Matt? You want to come back? Is that the deal? You want back in?
I'm finally getting something of being with you guys for 6 years.
Has it been 6 years?
Yeah.
God, I thought it'd been longer than that. All right. Well, cheers to Matt Cross for hanging out with us for 6 years.
And his wife.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, this is the first time.
Me, Jeannie, Monica. I think we need to go to you guys and be in the room with you next time.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'll bring my guitar there.
Now, Matt, you have a bar down in San Luis Obispo, but it's not open right now, correct?
It's not, but we got approved for 2 different loans, so we're coming back.
We're close.
We're starting a patio construction on Monday, and so we'll be back, which is really good news because I thought I was going to lose a lot of money.
Do you have a timeline for that?
As soon as we're not messing with social distancing. When social distancing is done, because the whole spirit behind the Broad Street Public House is like community coming together to hang out, spend time together, and
hugging topless.
You can't do that with 15 people with masks and plexiglass, and so as soon as they lift it, we're going for it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wait, did your wife just find out about hugging topless night for the first time from Jeremy? Because I saw this look of puzzlement on her face.
What's happening?
I forgot that was a surprise.
Oh,
anyways,
you guys, I got Robin.
What
is with the relaunch?
Yeah, bring Robin in.
All right, I'm gonna pop out.
Okay, very cool. Robin Wolf, what's up, Robin?
Hey guys.
Great to see you.
I always show up fashionably late, so thanks for having me.
You're one of the things I really miss about Paso Robles. I mean, normally I see you at least once every couple months, if not every other, month.
I know. It's been crazy times, but we're doing what we can to come back. So
very cool. So I saw something on Facebook or something that is that a new addition that you guys are doing to the Hatch?
It is. It's super exciting. Maggie and Eric had just closed the lease on a new restaurant concept that we are going to be opening up right next door to the Hatch. So right next door, but totally different concept, super fun. And then all of this happened. So rather than waiting on all of our permits to come through for that before opening it up to people, we decided to kind of take all of the tables that we had to remove from the Hatch for social distancing reasons and to put them next door and to call it the Hatch Sidebar.
Oh, there you go.
Very good. Great.
It's our newest extension. It is definitely not permanent. It's more like an extended pop-up, but super fun stuff. And it's really amazing to see what, the right team of people can do in a week. So
Robbie, was that the Vic's restaurant? Was that where Vic's restaurant was?
It's not Vic's.
Oh.
It's because a lot of people have asked that. Vic's is still there. It was the retail shop on the other side. I'm so sorry, I don't remember the name, but they had decided in early in the year, I think in January, that they were no longer going to be able to sustain that business. So timing is everything, and we're doing what we can to take advantage of that.
Well, congratulations. That's exciting.
Thank you. It's so exciting, and always amazing to work on new projects with Maggie and Eric and our chef Corey and all of the team at the Hatch. So
very cool. So I mean, I know that what you do every day is you make cocktails, and you could make cocktails from many spirits, but I know it's really important that you make locally handcrafted cocktails with locally made spirits, Robin.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's something that I think, me personally, it's always been very important to me, and I think something that really sets the Hatch apart, in this wonderful group of bars that we are a member of, the community with, is we really do try to focus on local as much as we can.
Very cool, man. So, Robin Wolf,
Of course,
the Hatch.
refined, a lot of refined.
Yeah, and yeah, what do you have a favorite spirit that Refined does? What do you like to work with the most?
I mean, I tend to gravitate either towards whiskey or gin, and they do amazing expressions of both. So it's really fun to get that. I think honestly, their botanical gin is one of my favorites that's come out of the area, and our concept that we're working on long term next door, Della's, is going to be a little bit more gin focused than you could say like the Hatch is whiskey focused. So lots of opportunity for great things there.
So what do you think, Jeff?
A fruit punch out of the gin last summer. That bowl with the edible flowers and stuff.
Yeah, at the island party. Yeah.
Yes.
That was super fun. And I'm a big one on seasonality and kind of using, and we live on the Central Coast, so there's always something great and fun going on with produce. I think for that, we went with the base of the gin, and then we did some blood orange, some other citrus, some grapefruit. We used a little bit of the kumquat liqueur as well for that wonderful flavor that comes through. And then we used both some sparkling wine and some club soda in that, some rosemary, fun things. You want punch to be a long drink. You want to be able to have more than one cup. So.
Yeah.
I don't know about these. Jeff's pretty quiet. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, 3 of these and you're good to go. Well, Robin, hey, thanks for jumping on with us. It's great to see you, and good luck to you guys at the Hatch.
Yeah.
Robin Wolf from the Hatch, and this is the 501 Happy Hour. We don't have a whole lot of time left, but man, this has been a lot of fun.
I think it's very important because we're getting a lot of response online about how people can get these spirits and how they can get their recipes. Once again, if people want to join the cocktail club, how do they do so, Alex or Monica?
So just go to refineddistillery.com, and there's tons of options there. There's literally a button that says join club, and the first thing that comes up is the cocktail club, and explains to you, shows you pictures of what it looks like, explains to you, it ships out every May and every November, or you can come to even better and pick it up every May and November. So there's a join club button. There's also a shop button. There you can buy the spirits individually, or if you scroll down a little bit, we actually have cocktail kits on there. So you click on the cocktail that you like. So this one is the iconic grapefruit. You click on that, and it will tell you need a bottle of vodka, and you need a bottle of the grapefruit mixer, and you add it to your cart, and we'll ship it to your door, or you can come pick it up here at the distillery.
And if you run out in between shipments, you can always come back.
Yeah, please come back.
Well, this has been a lot of fun. We look forward to doing
now,
all
we were
these
talking
with you guys.
earlier with one more quick question before you guys go. We were talking earlier with Matt about a reopen date for his bar. What about you guys? And have you guys been eyeing anything to open up the tasting room? What's the status on that?
So we're just waiting. We're just waiting for the governor to tell us when we can start opening. We're getting prepared right now. It's kind of open by appointment once we're able to. So we're just waiting. We're making some changes to the distillery. We're kind of trying to freshen up the concept here, so that when we do open our doors, it'll be a new experience and it'll be great for everyone. But we don't know. We're still waiting for the governor to know when tasting.
Yeah, it's the same with everybody, Jeff. I mean, nobody knows what's going on until the governor comes on TV and says you can do it. So my question for you, Jeff, is I know you're a Crystal Light and vodka guy. Are you ready to step up your game now?
Well, as long as it's Crystal Light, we're fine.
I love Crystal Light.
Everybody loves Crystal Light.
You'll be happy to.
That's his whole game. He needs to mix it up a little. That's all.
Step up the vodka. He just doesn't have to go Tito's. He's got to go Refine.
Okay. Matt, you want to take us out with a song?
Does he?
Do I?
Yes. All right. Thanks for being here, Monica, Alex, refinedistillery.com, Matt
I'm excited
Cross.
for next
No,
week.
Alex, I
Carson,
buy
we
my
love you.
Crystal Light at Costco.
Woohoo!
Back in time, hit sack, pencil on, glad to be back. Let loose from the noose that kept me hanging around, looking at skies, getting me high. Every cause every time I got black lights, capsized. You will never walk up on a ride, cause I'm back. I'm back. Well, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Well, I'm back. Hey, 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 hey. Back in black.
I'm out, dude.
Back in black. Back in the bag. One sack, one new woman, I'm found back. In the bag. In the game. We're done.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you. Can't wait you guys next week, Alex and Monica and everybody else that was watching. You guys are the best. Matt and Jeannie, thank you guys so much for being the other couple on the broadcast.
See you next week.
Peace.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Love you. Right on. We will see you guys next Friday the 5th. Bye, Carson. Next Friday the 5th, we've got Refined back on. We are celebrating gin, and we're gonna get down on some more cocktails, some more happy hour. We got Kenny Lee Lewis joining us from the Steve Miller Band. We're doing this for 4 weeks straight, so this is one of 4. Get with us at KZOZ.com, and we're gonna post up the plan for the next few weeks. So if you want to check out refinedistillery.com, you can get over there. You can order the cocktails that we're ordering, and then you can get in there and do the mixing with us as we move along through the broadcast. So next week is gin. The following week, the 12th, is flavored vodkas, and then we're going to do the grand finale on the 19th with a bunch of whiskey from Refined Distillery. Thank you guys so much, and we will talk to you soon. I guess that's it. Peace. Or what do I, this is what I usually say at the end of my shift, right? See ya.